Hello again, everybody. I'm Scott Casper, and it's time to check out this week's news and features from USA Wrestling, the national governing body of our sport. And we start the week in Russia. The U.S. Greco team traveled there for some international training prior to competition at the S.A. Lavrikov Championships. It's there they would take home a ton of hardware, winning 7 medals over the 2-day event. The top performer there for the U.S. 2013 World Team member, Robbie Smith. He captured the gold medal at heavyweight with a very strong performance. He had 3 wins, beating 2 Russians handily, then stopped his American teammate David Arnott of the U.S. Marine Corps in the finals, 6-1. It was a rematch of the finals, though, from the 2013 World Team Trials, if you recall, also won by Smith. Arnott, who claimed the only silver for Team USA, had 3 wins during the tournament as well. Team USA won 5 bronze medals in total. It was a big weekend for Army star Nate Angle, who took home 2 bronze himself. On the first day, Angle entered at his normal weight at 121 and then went 1-1 there. He beat his Russian opponent by tech fall for the bronze. On day 2, Angle jumped up to 132 and won another bronze, scoring 2 tech fall victories, including the win over his Russian opponent in the 3rd place bout. Back to day 1. That's where we find 2012 Olympian Ben Provisor. He won a bronze at 185 pounds. He had a very strong showing, 3-1, by the way, over the course of the tournament, stopping his opponent from Belarus 4-3 in the bronze medal bout. Winning the bronze on the 2nd day, 2-time World Team member Andy Bisick at 163. Nico Trigas checked in at 132 with a bronze of his own. Trigas had an impressive 3-1 record, including a pin over a Russian in the bronze medal round. He also scored 2 tech falls. Talk about improvement. Bisick also went 3-1, winning his bronze medal round with a 8-0 tech fall. His only loss came in the semis, when he was pinned with a 6-0 lead going into the time of the fall. National coach Steve Frazier talked to us about the tour of Russia.
I think the guys improved a lot during the week. Got the feel for the Russian style, and of course Estonia had some real tough guys there as well as the Finns. So I think everybody got some good feel for the European wrestlers, and hopefully all of them made some big strides forward.
Well, the U.S. had a small delegation of 3 wrestlers from the Olympic Training Center who ventured to Calgary, Canada for the annual Norhagen Classic, a women's event that features both senior and junior level divisions. 3-time junior world medalist Erin Golston won a pair of medals at the Classic, claiming a bronze in the senior division and a gold in the junior. In the senior tournament, well, Golston dropped her first match, then came storming back with 2 tech falls in the wrestlebacks. She beat Augusta Eve of Canada in the bronze medal round 9-0. Golston dominated the junior division, winning a 5-athlete round robin with a perfect 4-0 record, including 3 technical falls and a pin. She pinned the eventual silver medalist Annie Monteith in her final bout. 2 Americans were place winners in the senior division. 2013 junior world bronze medalist Jennifer Page was 5th at 138, and Kenan Henderson was 6th at 130. All 3 U.S. athletes competing at the Norhagen Classic are U.S. Olympic Training Center resident athletes. Now let's go back a week or so to the tournament that took place over the Thanksgiving break, the Henri Delgain Challenge in Nice, France. A number of nations came together to compete in the Olympic styles in one of the best tourist destinations in Europe. 2 U.S. women attended the event and both won medals. 2012 world champ Elena Peroskova, well, she jumped up a weight class and won gold at 147. She won 4 matches, including 3 tech falls. Peroskova's biggest win came over the talented Latvian star Laura Skujina by an 8-3 margin. Wow. College star Amy Fernside from the University of Jamestown earned a silver, going 3-1 in the tournament, with all 3 wins coming by tech fall. The U.S. had 4 athletes competing in men's freestyle from the OTC. All won bronze medals. 3 of the athletes were young stars who usually compete at the FILA junior level. Junior world champ Kyle Snyder won a bronze medal at 211 with a 2-1 record. Snyder lost a criteria match in the first round, but rebounded with 2 tech falls to get his medal. Included was a 7-0 tech over Georgian Nodar Kurdanidze in the bronze medal round. The U.S. got another bronze at 211 when Army star Jack Jensen reached the podium with a 2-1 record. Jensen pinned an Iranian opponent to secure his bronze. And young Brooks Clemens, well, he made the jump to the senior level and took a bronze of his own at 185. He had an impressive 3-1 record in competition. He scored a pin over Canadian Roddy Otto in the 3rd place round. And giving a great effort, another bronze was awarded to the heavyweight Garrett Ryan. He also jumped to the senior level for this event. Good job, guys. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Gymnastics has been there. They've been the lifeblood of the sport. It's been a long time, and they've been at the top of the game every year, forever. And I'll tell you what, now that I think about it, maybe that's where I've gotten my inspiration, because you know, I always want to be in the top of my game in wrestling, and I think that's where ASICS is and wants to be as well.
Hi, I'm Wayne Boyd, Director of Operations and Development for Titan Mercury Wrestling Club. The club was founded to help wrestling worldwide, especially at our senior level, of course at the collegiate level, and the high school level. But the most important level for Titan Mercury Wrestling Club is the kids level. And these are some of the guys today that will be tomorrow's Olympic champions. Let's hear it, guys.
Titan Mercury!
That's Titan Mercury Wrestling Club, San Marino, California.
Well, it'll be an active 2 weeks for U.S. women's national team as they welcome a talented team from Russia to the OTC in the Springs for a joint training session. Russia brought many of their top athletes from the senior level, including Natalia Vorobieva at 158 and past junior world champions Valerie Chepsarikova at 105 and Svetlana Liptova at 130. Now, both the U.S. and Russia have won women's world team titles in the past and are among the top nations in wrestling every single year. As part of the training camp, there will be a pair of women's freestyle wrestling dual meets between the U.S. and Russia, and of course, we'll be reporting on those. The first will be U.S. versus Russia. That'll be held at St. Pius X High School in Albuquerque, New Mexico, Tuesday the 17th of December. You can get tickets by the event for $5 at the door. Talk about a show, an affordable price. The second will take place at Windsor High School in Windsor, Colorado, and that'll be Thursday the 19th of December at 7 o'clock. Tickets for that event are $5 as well and can be purchased at the door. The first 100 attendees at either event will get a free USA versus Russia commemorative T-shirt. Well, world champ Elena Peroskova talked to us about the training camp and the upcoming duels.
It's a great opportunity. We haven't had them over here in the States for a while, so it's really good to have like different sparring partners. We have the Olympic champ from Russia. We have the top national team here, so it's definitely good for training. The Russian style is a little bit more tie-ups, a lot of more two-on-ones, a lot of like more close wrestling. But I like to wrestle like that anyways, so it's actually perfect for me.
World champion Adeline Gray shared her thoughts.
It's really exciting. We had the full team, so we brought 14 girls in, and wish we had a few more. We had 2 people out, USA girls out today, but it's good. They definitely have a different feel. They have a different intensity, and I'm excited to go live with them. I'm excited to really get into some good positions and just kind of feel that different style. It's finals week, so that should be a fun addition to that. But besides that, yeah, you know, we have 2 big matches. They have 2 strong 72-kilo girls, and I'm looking forward to it. The match against the Olympic champ is going to be an exciting one.
Well, on its visit to practice at the OTC, USA Wrestling's Richard Emmett was able to speak to respected Russian women's coach Yuri Shakhmaratov, with Elena Peroskova acting as interpreter.
I say what teams really need right now is just working with each other and making each other better, like pushing each other. Say, for example, all these girls that they brought on the Russian team, they've never been in the USA. Saying it's the first time they come to the US and they really want to train with the US team. And the coaches wanted this as well.
Well, if you can't make those live dual meets, you can still watch a live webcast from Albuquerque at themat.com or themat.tv, while bouts from the Windsor duel will be available on the USA Wrestling YouTube channel. We invite you to watch. Well, as we told you earlier in the program, the college wrestling season is truly heating up. Top early season tournaments and dual competition around the country. And of course, we've got some of the reports from the biggest events that took place over the last week. First up, The Las Vegas Invitational, the Cliff Keen edition of this one, by the way, featured many of the top teams in the U.S. Each and every weight class had a number of nationally ranked stars, and it's an important early test for athletes seeking to reach the top of the box at the NCAAs in Oklahoma City. Photos from the tournament were provided by three of the best wrestling photographers in the business, and it's hard to get any better. Larry Slater, Tony Rotundo, and Robert Whitman. Led by three individual champs and two runners-up, Oklahoma won the team title 24-5 ahead of runner-up Nebraska. Are you kidding me? 24.5 points. Well, the Huskers had one champ and four second-place finishes. Two of Oklahoma's first-place finishes are past NCAA champs. 2013 NCAA champ Kendrick Maple won the title at 49. He had an 8-3 win over second seed Jake Soufflon of Nebraska. Maple's gone up a weight class this year in his quest for NCAA title number 2. Andrew Howe, an NCAA champ in 2010 for Wisconsin, won his first Cliff Keen title as a Sooner at 174. He edged out second seed and returning champ Robert Kokish of Nebraska 3-2. Howe took an Olympic red shirt in 2012 and 13 and returns to the college match for his senior year. The other Sooner champ, Travis Rudd. He's also a transfer of Wisconsin. He sat out last year. Rudd scored a 6-4 win over Danny Mitchell of American in the finals at 197. Another past NCAA champ to win a title was two-timer Logan Stieber of Ohio State. He defeated Anthony Ebden of Nebraska by tech fall in the finals 16-1. Stieber was named the outstanding wrestler when he scored 3 pins, a tech fall, and a major decision. Oh, he was hard at work. Nebraska's individual champ was the always exciting James Green, who edged out rising talent Brian Rillabuto of Cornell 6-5 at 165. This was the coming out party for true freshman Adam Kuhn of Michigan. He's a past cadet world champ and a tremendous talent at heavyweight. Kuhn came in as the 8th seed and blasted through the brackets for the gold. He beat 4-seeded athletes, including the top seed Nick Wiadowski of North Carolina State in the second round. In the finals, he had a furious comeback to edge the number 2 seed JT Felix of Boise State. He won by sudden victory in overtime to score 7-5. Kuhn was named the Matt.com Wrestler of the Week for his outstanding performance. Another freshman took home the gold was Cornell's Gabe Dean at 184. He stopped 7th seed Tim Dudley of Nebraska in the finals with a 13-3 major. Cornell got another individual title from the always talented Nashawn Garrett at 125. A runner-up in Vegas just last year, Garrett beat talented Gerard Patterson of Oklahoma in the finals 6-1. Ohio State placed third, 2 champs there, Stieber and Johnny DeJulius at 133. The 4-seeded DeJulius earned a pin in the finals in just 44 seconds. Other individual champs include Nick Sulzer of Virginia at 165. He stopped Mike Marino of Iowa State in the finals. The score there 5-2. Well, the event is surely shaking up the rankings and gives the wrestlers a great idea of who needs to be on their radar if they want to take home an NCAA title. You're watching USA Wrestling Weekly. Stay tuned.
Each season, Liberty Mutual's Responsible Sports Community Grant Program awards $65,000 to youth sports organizations and school sports programs that demonstrate their commitment to responsibility in youth sports. Your organization could be one of our 20 winners this season. It's easy. Simply visit responsiblesports.com and click on the Community Grant Program. Administrators register their organization with the program, then reach out to rally parents, coaches, and team supporters to log on and review either the Responsible Sports Parenting or Responsible Coaching Guide. Then complete the quiz and showcase your mastery of the concepts. Every successfully passed quiz is worth a point that you can credit to your favorite youth sports organization or school sports program. Connect with friends, family, and neighbors members to rally more support. The teams and schools with the most points at the end of the grant period win. It's that simple. Watch the leaderboard throughout the grant season, then rally more of your supporters to increase your totals. Liberty Mutual is committed to celebrating and championing youth sports and to financially supporting organizations that demonstrate their commitment to responsible sports. Join the movement and start earning points toward your community grant.
Well, one of the big duels of the weekend took place in Stillwater, Oklahoma. The second-ranked Gophers of Minnesota and the Oklahoma State Cowboys, the fourth-ranked Cowboys. These two perennial college powers had a nail-biting duel. It would end up being decided by a single point. Well, the teams split the matches 5 each. Oklahoma State started strong, winning the first two with Eddie Clemera at 25 and Johnny Morrison doing business at 33. Morrison's win over talented David Thorne came by a 3-2 razor-thin margin. The Gophers came storming back with two straight decisions of their own. It was the Dardanes twins who put on a show. Chris beat Anthony Kalika at 141, and Nick, well, he stopped Josh Kindig at 49. OSU then ran off 3 straight wins with their middleweights. Junior world silver medalist Alex Derringer scored a sudden victory win over past NCAA runner-up Dylan Ness at 57. Past NCAA runner-up Tyler Caldwell won at 65, and then 2013 NCAA champ Chris Perry stopped Logan Storley at 174. Well, Minnesota closed out the meet with 3 wins in the upper weights. The biggest, perhaps, at 84. All-American Kevin Steinhaus scored a major decision over Jordan Rogers, and that one bonus point, well, that scored the difference. The final 2 winners for the Gophers, Scotty Schiller at 97 and two-time NCAA champ Tony Nelson at heavy. Nelson's 2-0 win over Austin Marsden gave the Gophers an exciting 16-15 victory. Well, next we head to State College, Pennsylvania, where Penn State hosted Pittsburgh in a home duel. The Nittany Lions decided to hold the match in the always spacious Bryce Jordan Center with the goal of a sellout. What did they do it? The Lions not only sold the place out, but crammed the record, get this now, 15,996 into that arena. Maybe we should put that on the screen. That's a brand new college wrestling dual meet record previously held by the Hawkeyes in 2008 at Carver Hawkeye Arena. Well, the atmosphere there was electric as Penn State put a stage on the floor and raised it up a bit. They introduced the athletes with music and spotlights, as they should be. Oh, we get a taste of this from the video provided by our friends at GoPSUSports.com, and it includes some great action from David Taylor's big pin at 65 over Gino Morelli. Nittany Lion coach Kel Sanderson talked about the meet.
That's very exciting. We didn't think that was, I mean, we were hoping, and they're still kind of working behind the scenes trying to make it possible. But yeah, that's a great deal. Great deal for our program and being to Pennsylvania school. That's a great deal.
Nittany Lion wrestlers Matt Brown and Morgan McIntosh talked about the raised mat and the record crowd.
It was fun. I like that kind of thing rather than rec. I mean, I love rec obviously, but it gives it a little extra edge, and you kind of get pumped up running out there through the crowd and get the spotlight on you and everything.
It was a lot of fun to see more peers. Our student section was bigger than it normally is, so it was awesome.
Wes Phipps, he won his match filling in for Ed Ruth. He talked to us about the experience.
It's kind of Ruth will be coming back here pretty soon, so it was kind of my last little hurrah. So I kind of just wanted to go out there. There's a big stage and have fun, and I just kind of, coaches said, go out there and score points. I just won a match in Boston, kind of doing the same way, get some takedowns, so I just kind of try to replicate it.
Well, you know what's going to happen. Iowa's going to want to reclaim that record when Penn State heads to Iowa City on December 21st. Well, breaking news now. NCAA has announced the future sites for the NCAA Division I Wrestling Championships. The word there, the Big Apple. New York City will host the 2016 edition of the NCAA's. The biggest college wrestling show each year will be showcased in the media capital of the USA and in the very heart of East Coast wrestling country. There have been some big events in New York, including the recent annual Beat the Streets Gala held in Times Square and Grand Central Terminal, and the exciting Grapple at the Garden event at Madison Square Garden. We heard from New York wrestling leader Noel Thompson about the announcement.
It's a great day for wrestling. 2016 wrestling is finally made to the primetime stage. The NCAA championships will be held at Madison Square Garden, hosted by Hofstra University. We started the year in in Olympic purgatory and Valley End of Year with the greatest sport known to man, the oldest sport known to man, heading to the world's most famous arena known to mankind.
Well, St. Louis will receive 2 more Division I tournaments, 2015 and 2017, the 7th and 8th time they've hosted the event. St. Louis will also host a Division II Nationals in 2015. Cleveland, Ohio, well, they received the 2018 edition of the NCAA Division I Championships. Now in D2, joining St. Louis as hosts, Sioux Falls, South Dakota in 2016, Birmingham, Alabama in 2017, and Cedar Rapids, Iowa in 2018. Well, the Division III national host will be Hershey, PA in 2015, Cedar Rapids, Iowa 2016, La Crosse, Wisconsin in 2017, and Cleveland, Ohio in 2018. Congratulations to all the organizing committees. Our wrestling news continues when we do.
There comes a point in your life that determines who you are. Whether you will lead or follow, whether you will fight or give in, whether you will win or lose, and what you will count as your victory.
Well, last weekend, one of the top USA Wrestling Folk Style Tour of America events was held in Castle Rock, Colorado. It was the annual King of the Mountain Youth event. For the last 2 years, a special challenge dual meet has been held on the night before the event. 8 top wrestling clubs are invited, including the number 1, 2, 4, 12, and 13th ranked teams through track wrestling. For the second straight year, the Legends of Gold from Beresford, South Dakota won the duels, beating the Sons of Thunder Academy from Parker, Colorado. How about that? Legends of Gold coach Terry Pack talked to us about why the dual victory and why his club comes to the King of the Mountain every year.
Well, I think the important thing is that USA Wrestling is really trying to start to develop some type of dual tournament, and they've convinced us that they're trying to bring in the best teams in the country, and we feel like they are. So because of that, we're going to continue to travel here and test ourselves and test this whole area that we don't normally get to. The competition is great, the people are great, and more importantly, we get to be involved with USA Wrestling.
Well, USA Wrestling was able to capture a number of matches from the King of the Mountain event, all available on USA Wrestling's YouTube channel. Let's take a look at a couple short clips from the champions of the tournament. In the novice division was Jason Mahler at score, the 60-pound champ. 65-pound champion was Chance Lamer of Legends of Gold. Michael Atencio of Paua won it at 70 pounds, and Dominic Serrano of Windsor Metro scored the 85-pound championships. And winning at 95, well, it was Randy Myers of the Olympian Wrestling Club, and 100-pound champ it was Darren Green of Pomona Elite. Some of the middle school champions included Kelly March of Legends of Gold at 70 pounds, 98-pound champ Jason Hainberg of Steel City Elite, and Brandon Van Tassel of Champions Wrestling won at 112. Eric Lobato Contreras of Windsor Metro won at 128. At 136, the champion there, Ashlyn Ortega of Steel City Elite, and Mackenzie Klimper of the Bad Dogs, well, she was a winner at 144. The King of the Mountain features a number of senior-level stars who serve as referees for the event, including Lee Janes. She explains why helping these young athletes is important to her.
Folk style, you know, it's a learning experience for me, but I love working with kids, and it's wrestling, and wrestling is wrestling. Once you know the rules and, you know, try to make the best calls you can out there and make sure everybody has a good time, so.
Big news for athletes now. The second annual Minnesota Storm Holiday Cup announced that it would be providing over $31,000 in prize money for the American athletes that will be competing in the event in Rochester, Minnesota, December 19th through the 21st. In the 3 Olympic styles, champs get $1,000, second place will receive $250, and the third place finishers can earn $100. In addition, outstanding wrestlers in men's freestyle, women's freestyle, and men's Greco will each take home $1,000. Storm head coach Dan Chandler talked about the event.
We're expecting quite a bit better turnout this year. We have prize money for the first time. Last year we gave away some knickknacks for the top 3, but this year we have prize money, outstanding wrestler money. So we're expecting a much better turnout, and the feedback has been better, so we're expecting more people.
As Ross Peterson may have told you in a past episode, there will be a new women's Greco division this year. Based upon the number of entries, the outstanding wrestler there may also earn some prize money. You don't want to miss the exciting action as themat.com and themat.tv will provide a live stream with Chris Moen on the call. There also may be some live coverage of the Minnesota Christmas Tournament, a nationally respected high school event that will take place in Rochester. Hey, it's time for our USA Wrestling Photo of the Week contest. The pictures are sent in from families and fans around the country and are being considered for our contest pages in USA Wrestling Magazine and our Facebook page. Now, this week's photo was taken by Deanna Stickelman. She sent in this picture taken of Bryson Stickelman of Pacifica High School, who scored big points in a Greco-Roman tournament back in June. You can have your photographs considered simply by emailing them to the always busy Gary Abbott at gabbott@usawrestling.org. Well, folks, we want to wish each and every one of you a happy holiday season. That'll do it for this week's show. From all of us here at USA Wrestling, I'm Scott Casper, and as always, thanks for watching.